Welcome, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here and haven't been following this intense story, be sure to check out the previous parts on my channel to get the full context. In today's update, OP takes a step, his lawyer advised, writing a letter to Anna. But this isn't just any letter, it's one that may finally bring closure. So now, on to the update. I discovered my wife of 7 years is cheating on me. She doesn't know that I know. Update 12. Letters to Anna. I can't decide which way to go in my letters to Anna. I decided to write 3 different approaches: coldly logical, raw emotion, and dismissive and insulting. So here's the one that I'm pretty sure I'm sending. Anna, my attorney advised me to write down why reconciliation isn't possible. I've put it off not because I'm unsure, but because it's difficult to describe what you've done to me in a way that might actually register with you. But I'll try now, with as much clarity and control as I can manage. Let's begin with something simple. A definition. Love. A commitment to another person's well-being, trust, and dignity above your own convenience. Indulgence and self-gratification. Includes honesty, protection, loyalty, and the refusal to willfully inflict harm, especially on someone who loves you. Now let's examine the evidence. For nearly a year, you conducted a sexual relationship behind my back. You didn't confess because you were overwhelmed by guilt. You confessed because you got caught. Even then, your story changed over and over until the facts cornered you. First, it was an emotional affair, then a mentorship, then coercion, then he wouldn't let me go. You were never honest. You were just reactive. When I confronted you on New Year's Eve, you couldn't even tell me the truth then. I knew the truth, and you still tried to make me feel guilty and paranoid. And here's something I need to say directly, because you have danced around it in every version you have given. You performed oral on another man, and then came home and kissed me right afterwards. Do you understand what that did to me? Because I think you need to. That wasn't just betrayal. That was defilement. That was degrading. That was a level of violation I didn't know was possible inside a marriage. You brought the taste of another man's body into our home and into my frickin' mouth. You let him into my bed by proxy and into my mouth without my knowledge or consent. There is no therapy, no contract, no prayer that can erase that. I don't think my words can adequately communicate to you how disgusted and sickened I am by this. Remember how you noticed I was losing weight towards the end of our time together? Remember how you were admiring how defined my muscles were? That wasn't working out. That was starvation and dehydration. I was not being able to keep food or water down because I thought about it all the time and it made me throw up. And then you want to tell me you love me. You want to reconcile. You want to go back to what we were. Here's the problem, Anna. That man no longer exists. The man who loved you, trusted you, and thought you were incapable of something like this is just effing gone. You killed him, slowly, repeatedly, and with a smile on your face. And the person asking for reconciliation now? You are not talking to the same husband. You are talking to someone else. You're talking to someone who will never again see you the way he once did. Someone who wakes up sick when he remembers how deep the lies went. Someone who has to remind himself to breathe when he thinks about where your mouth was before you kissed him. Say you want to earn back my trust. It's not something you can earn back from a ghost. So I'll give you the only thing that's left. Truth. You are not owed reconciliation. You are not owed negotiation. You are not even owed the benefit of the doubt. You are owed fairness. And I've already extended more of that than your actions warrant. If you have any respect left for me, if you have any genuine remorse, you will stop prolonging this shit show. I am going to send you my best offer. Do you want to convince me of your remorse? Then tack on some more terms that are favorable to me and have no possible benefit to you? Put your money where your mouth is. Own what you did. Accept the consequences without twisting this into something mutual or negotiable. You didn't just cheat. You desecrated something sacred. You dismantled a man and burned the wreckage. And now you want to bargain with the ashes. Don't. Let this end with whatever grace is still possible. Go and find someone you love and respect, and I will do the same. I got my lawyer to look over the letter. She approved it. I hand-wrote it on paper and then had a courier deliver it to Anna's parents' house yesterday with delivery confirmation. She's got it, and it's been radio silent except for mother-in-law texting me that Anna got my letter and is crying her eyes out. Update. We have sent our divorce terms to Anna and her lawyer. They are pretty much the same thing we said before. No spousal support. We keep our respective retirement funds. Other joint accounts are split 50-50. This one hurts. We have investment accounts, but my lawyer and I conceded this to expedite matters. It's an at-fault adultery divorce. $10,000 reimbursement of our emergency fund. $15,000, half of the credit card charges for fraud, or whatever the lawyer said. I have to go back and reread the technical stuff. I give up all claims to half of her business. Even though it's an LLC, we consistently use marital funds, and of course the stolen emergency fund, which were joint funds, to fund her business. She gives up all claims to my dad's home. So a bunch of people are saying that this is fake because a lawyer would never let you write a breakup letter to the person you were divorcing. First, Anna has delayed all negotiations consistently by refusing to acknowledge divorce. She consistently rebutted our attempts to settle this by replying with some kind of reconciliation plan. I have had no meaningful conversations with Anna since I served her divorce papers. I talk a lot of crap about her here behind her back because it's a release valve for me. But I have said nothing of substance to her, other than what I said when I confronted her. When she was making a burnt offering to the fashion gods, I'm no lawyer. Maybe my lawyer sucks. But this is how it was explained to me. My lawyer said the letter stops Anna's reconciliation BS and speeds up the divorce by showing I'm freaking done. After having a bunch of people tell me that a lawyer would never advise me to write a letter to my soon-to-be ex-wife, I was concerned myself, like, why would she want me to break no contact? I'm basically summing up what my lawyer sent back with some edits to keep me from doxing myself. In the state I live in, clear communication of intent, such as no reconciliation, can streamline negotiations by setting boundaries. A formal letter sent via courier serves as evidence of my position, reducing ambiguity in court or mediation. Divorce lawyers, at least in my state, often recommend written statements to clarify a client's stance, especially when the other spouse's actions, such as Anna's workplace visits, constant texts, offers of reconciliation all the time, suggest denial or manipulation. The letter acts as a legal marker, showing my consistent refusal to reconcile, which courts respect in fault-based cases. This also preempts Anna's attempts to further delay by offering reconciliation terms, forcing her to focus on settlement. Anna's adultery gives me leverage in equitable distribution. The letter reinforces her guilt by detailing her betrayal and pressuring her to concede terms to avoid a public trial where her actions would be scrutinized. Also, Anna's lawyer is collaborating with her therapist to address emotional barriers to settlement and has been vocal about it with my lawyer. My lawyer saw the letter as a way to satisfy Anna's therapy-driven need for closure while advancing my legal goals. While not standard in every divorce, letters outlining non-reconciliation are used in cases with persistent reconciliation attempts or emotional volatility. Like burning all your crap in your backyard? Family law attorneys in the state I live in advise clients to document their stance to avoid he said, she said disputes in court. Lawyers tailor strategies to the case's dynamics, and a letter fits Anna's persistent reconciliation pushes. Non-lawyer types may assume divorce communications are purely formal, not realizing lawyers use creative tools such as letters and emails to manage negotiations, especially in fault-based cases with emotional stakes. The bottom line is that my lawyer thought it was a good idea, and it would save us both lawyer fees in the long run if I made everything crystal clear. Update. My mother-in-law has informed me that Anna is getting help in an intensive outpatient program for her anxiety and depression. So basically, she works during the day and goes there afterwards for a few hours. It was arranged by her parents working together with her attorney. Sometimes the hardest part isn't discovering the truth. It's deciding what to do after. If you're hooked by this story, make sure to like the video, leave your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe so you don't miss what happens next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.